Welcome to Picks with the Professor, the podcast where a real statistics professor
And me.
gives you sports betting tips. I am Professor Sides. You can follow me and find all my picks on Twitter at Professor Sides. Today is Monday, January 3rd, 2022. And this episode covers today's best college basketball spread bets. With me today is my co-host, Jake. Jake, hello. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Excited here to talk some college basketball after the college football season here has mostly wrapped up.
Yes,
Talking
thank
hardwood.
God.
Yeah. So in case you are new here, I have built a mathematical model that predicts what the spread and total should be for every Division I college basketball game. That information, along with graded A, B, or C picks for each of today's games, is available in the Google Sheet that is linked in the show's description. Picks that get an A are the ones I love, picks that get a B are the ones I like, and picks that get a C are the leans. However, please remember that good and bad variance will occur. So as much as I'd like to say the model will be profitable each and every day, that is an impossible reality for any gambler. Please subscribe if you aren't already. And for those of you on YouTube, leave a comment about the play you like the most or the one you think we might be wrong on. Jake, let's get to it. We're going to start off with my 1A pick of the day. The one best bet I like the most, 8 p.m. Maryland at Iowa. The model thinks Iowa should be an 11.5 point favorite. They are only an 8 point favorite. So I am laying 8 points with my best bet of the day, my 1A pick of the day. Jake, what's your take on this game?
I like Iowa. Iowa at home is a different Iowa team than you see on the road. They are just really tough to beat at home. And even last year and years before, it's just a really tough environment. And then with how efficient they have been this year with a faster pace than they're playing than last year, I believe, with no Luka Garza, Keegan Murray has really stepped up. And I mean, he's all his percentages stayed relatively the same shooting wise. He's just getting more minutes and more attempts. So he's now, I think, 25 to 26 a game at home. And I don't think Maryland has anything to do about it. They don't have anybody that matches up well to stop him. I can't figure out how to say the guy from Maryland's name, but Ail, I don't know. He's been hot recently, but I don't think he's got what it takes to carry him through.
Okay. Yep. The model is 5-2 fading Maryland this year. So I'm going to hope to keep that going. So you like Iowa -8. That is my 1A pick of the day. The other interesting game of the night, maybe the marquee game of the night, 6 p.m. Central Time, Wisconsin at Purdue. Purdue is a 12.5 point favorite. That's kind of a lot of points, even though they are home against a 10-2 Wisconsin team. The model makes this right around 12.5. So I have a lean to Purdue. It's a C grade pick. It's not one that I love, but I think that Purdue is the side I'd rather be on than Wisconsin. Jake, what is your pick on this one?
I like Purdue by $1 billion.
By $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'll take the under on $1 billion, but I like the 12.5, right?
I don't think Wisconsin can play on the same floor. Jordan Davis is extremely good, very, very good Wisconsin player, but he's also 6'5" and leads them in every statistic of value besides maybe one or two, like I think maybe rebounds, but he's very, very good, but he's not enough. And Brad Davidson, who's been there since the dawn of time, is their next best player, and he's a guard. And I mean, that's an Ivy and Thompson and Sasha matchup that they can't really handle. And then on top of that, I haven't seen if First is back, but I would think he was back from his COVID break. But Edey and Williams, that's just that combo is impossible to stop if you play slow like Wisconsin likes to. And since both teams play the slower rank, you can't let Edey or Williams post up because there's not maybe 3 people in the nation that could stop them when they're with their back to the bucket, and it's just nasty. The biggest thing is rebounding is the biggest advantage Purdue has. There's, I think, 3 maybe 4 guys on Wisconsin that are over 6'9", and none of them average more than 5.5 rebounds, and that's just not going to get it done against a more physically dominant team like Purdue, that runs Edey at 7'4" and Williams at 6'9", 6'10". And one of the biggest signs, if you really want to know why I like Purdue by so much, they both played Nicholls State, who was very bad. They're in the bottom half easily of all of NCAA. With Wisconsin won by 3, Purdue won by 25.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Nickel State's one of those teams that's not bad for their conference, but they're not in the same league as these as these upper tier teams
And
for sure.
saying all that, I even left out Jaden Ivey. I'm not sure how you leave out a top 10 lottery pick. Like that's
Purdue is very good. And this one, the total is 140 right now. My model thinks 135. This is one of those games that I'm not predicting this will happen, but given the way these two teams play, if this game ended like 59-37 and it was super ugly, I don't think anybody would be too shocked, right? Like, I don't think that will happen, but if at the end of the night that was the score, you'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. It could be one of those grinded out ugly games that the Big Ten is sometimes known for, right?
Yeah, that and Purdue loves to, and I would too if I was Matt Painter. Once you get up big, all right, we're just going to pass it around and find our big guy posted up and let him make a decision with 10 seconds left on the shot clock and just eat the clock.
Right. Moving on from that one, there is Washington at Arizona. This is a 7 p.m. start. Arizona is a whopping 22.5-point favorite in a conference game, which shows you a little bit of how good Arizona is and a little bit of how bad Washington is. My model makes this Arizona minus 26.5. So I have a B grade pick on Arizona minus 22.5. So I like Arizona here. I'm always a little nervous laying this many points in a conference game, but Arizona is just really good. What's your take on this one, Jake?
I'm all over Arizona. I'm a big Tennessee fan, and so that game I was thrilled that Tennessee won.
That was a wild game. That was a wild game.
If it wasn't for the first 8 minutes of the game and some bad luck with fouls, Arizona, I think, would have beat Tennessee by 10 to 15. They outplayed them for the last, definitely the second half. It was incredible. And the Arizona team is just very, very good. And they're really big, which that didn't settle in until I watched them. And I was like, they're big, they're athletic, they move. And Washington just doesn't have the horses to keep up.
Yeah, and Arizona's really battle tested too. Really tough schedule early on. But a lot of good teams.
An extremely good schedule, which tells you their coach is fairly confident in the talent he was bringing in and what he had, which is great now that they got rid of Miller, because I was anti-Miller.
I think a lot of people were there. So yeah, we both like Arizona minus 22.5. Their B grade pick for me. A couple of smaller games we want to touch on here today. The first of which is 6:30 p.m. Central Time. UT Rio Grande Valley at Sam Houston State. Sam Houston State is an 8-point favorite. My model thinks Sam Houston State should be a 10-point favorite. My model tends to like Sam Houston State. It's had middling results. It hasn't been. It's been 3-3 backing them, so nothing to write home about. Which is why this is only a B grade pick and not an A grade pick, because it tends to like them kind of up in the air on it. But it just thinks that 8 is not enough points here. So B grade pick on Sam Houston State minus 8. I have noticed in these 6 to 10 point spreads so far, one of the only trends I've been able to spot here is that taking that 8 points has not tended to go extremely well. So hopefully that trend holds true here and San Diego State can pull away late. Jake, what is your pick on this one?
I'm on Sam Houston State, but I don't love it. It makes the biggest worry, since it's getting up there close to that 10-ish point range, is their free throw shooting. And that can make or break a 10-ish point game very easily because they shoot 55%, and that's not going to get it done in any kind of a close game. I know these two teams, like the reason that I'm liking Sam Houston State, they both played Texas. They both lost to Texas, which was expected, but Rio Grande Valley lost by 30 versus Sam Houston State lost by 16. So playing relatively, you can get 8 points out of a 14-point difference, but buyer beware.
Yeah, right. Especially with a team, like you said, that shoots free throws so poorly. Hopefully this is one where Sam Houston's out to a 15-point lead with 10 minutes to go, and then it doesn't really come into that. It just kind of grinds it out, late, ugly game. But you're right. Once it starts getting up to that 10 number, it's a little bit scary if a team isn't a great free throw shooting team. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. So again, I think it exactly sums up why I like the pick, don't love the pick. It's not one that I'd,
Yeah.
not as much like Iowa. I think Iowa can take care of business late.
Yeah.
And run away with it, where Sam Houston State, I think does, but I'm a little bit less confident on them. The last game here we're going to talk about, the 4 p.m. tip, the one that everyone is dying to see. Powerhouse matchup here.
I'm not sure how this isn't all over ESPN. Just
all over ESPN. I mean, this should preempt all coverage. Alabama State and Mississippi Valley State. Folks, these two teams are bad. This is going to be one of both teams' only chances to get a win the rest of the way out. It seems like Alabama State is a 9.5-point favorite, but my model thinks they should only be an 8-point favorite. So I'm taking the dog here. I'm taking a bad Mississippi Valley State team and 9.5 points. It's a B pick for me. It's going to be an ugly game, but in general, Mississippi Valley State, they have covered 4 times this season already. So remember, when you're making these bets, people, that you're betting numbers and not teams. If you're betting teams, no one would ever touch Mississippi Valley State, but you're betting the number and getting 9.5 points. I think it's too many here. I think Mississippi Valley State at home plays it. On the road, maybe a different story, but at home, knowing that this is going to be this might be one of the few times the rest of the season they're not double-digit dogs, right? So knowing they've got a chance to hang in there and win this game, I think it's going to fire them up. I think they keep this game close. I don't know if they win, but I think they keep it close enough to cover the 9.5 points. So a B grade pick for me. Jake, what's your take on this one?
I just don't want to encourage these teams to play basketball anymore. So I'll try not to watch.
Fair. Fair.
But if I was forced to take a team, I would be on the same one as you, gun to my head. Just being at home helps. And I think you're right. I think this is the one game they had circled that was like, hey, we might
win one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's not happening. I think that they're 0-10, 0-11 on the year.
0-10. And Alabama State's 1-11, right? And so sometimes, especially early on, the records, it's hard to know what they mean, right? If you're playing tougher teams or not, right? Texas Southern's playing later today as well. They've been a team that typically plays really tough out of conference, and a lot of teams in the SWAC are starting to do that. And so it's hard to get a feel for one team plays tough teams. You don't have that issue here in Alabama State, Mississippi Valley State, right? Alabama State 1-11, Mississippi Valley State 0-2. So it doesn't matter who they play; they have not been winning basketball games.
Yeah. It's not even really been close. I mean, they're relatively, what's wild is they're relatively the same team. They play at the same pace. They play with about the same amount of points and allow about the same amount of points. And both are not good. But I think being at home keeps them there. Maybe get some fans, mom and dad and brother and sister there. And
right.
It gives them just enough motivation.
Exactly. See, and I can relate to this. I played, small time college baseball. And I remember, the games when we have good seasons, you have bad seasons, right? When you have a bad season, you circle the games you might win. Those are the ones you invite your friends to, you want your girl to come out to. You don't want them to come out when you're going to get crushed, right? So this is maybe they've got, like you said, the family and friends coming out for this one, though, and they might have a chance to win. So hopefully they can do that for us here. A B grade pick for me on Mississippi Valley State. And that's all we've got for you today. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Picks with the Professor. If you haven't done so yet, click that subscribe button for a new episode every weekday of the college basketball season. We will see you tomorrow. And until then, remember, you can eat your betting money, but don't bet your eating money.